Some moments arrive without warning. Amina wasn't waiting for anything that afternoon. The village was quiet, the kind of quiet that feels safe when you've learned to live alone. Then the phone rang. Just once. She looked at the screen and felt a familiar weight return to her chest. Not fear, not hope, but memory. An unknown number. A sound she hadn't expected after all these years. Once, she would have answered without thinking. Once, every call felt like a promise. But time changes people. As the phone continued to vibrate, Amina realized something important. She was no longer waiting for someone to come back. Still, she picked it up. Not because she needed answers, but because she had already survived the silence.
There was no greeting on the other end, only breathing. Slow, careful. Amina didn't rush to speak. She had learned that silence often says more than words ever could. Years ago, this pause would have made her heart race. She would have filled it with questions, with fear, with hope. But now, the silence felt different. It felt small. He was waiting for her to say something, anything, as if her voice could still carry him back into her life. Outside, the road remained empty. No footsteps, no return. And in that quiet moment, Amina understood a truth she had never known before. Not every call is meant to reconnect. Some arrive only to remind us how far we've already come.
He finally spoke, not with confidence, but with uncertainty. He talked about leaving, about how the world outside had felt louder but lonelier, how chasing dreams had been easier than staying and facing love. Amina listened without interrupting. Once, she would have tried to understand him. Once, she would have believed that struggle explained absence. But time had taught her something else. Love doesn't disappear quietly. It chooses. As he searched for the right words, Amina heard what he wasn't saying. This wasn't a return. It was a confession. He wasn't calling to come back. He was calling because life had finally taught him what he had lost. And for the first time, Amina realized that his truth no longer had the power to change hers.
He asked how she had been, if she was happy, if she had found someone else. The questions were careful, almost hopeful, as if the past was still waiting for permission to return. Amina watched the road as she answered. Once, she had imagined this moment again and again. She had practiced words filled with emotion, with explanations, with pain. But now, none of that was necessary. Yes, she said. One word, not rushed, not cold, just honest. The silence that followed felt heavier than anything he had said, because this time, it wasn't hers to carry. She didn't explain her happiness, she didn't defend her healing. Some answers don't need reasons. And in that moment, Amina chose peace, not because she had forgotten the past, but because she had outgrown it.
When the call ended, Amina didn't feel the weight she once feared. She felt space, the kind of quiet that comes after a storm has passed and nothing is broken anymore. For years, she believed that love meant waiting for words, for promises, for someone to return and make things right. But life had taught her a harder, truer lesson. Some people don't leave because they stop loving you. They leave because they choose themselves before choosing you. And sometimes, they only understand the cost of that choice when it's already too late. Amina looked down the road one last time, not with hope, not with regret, but with gratitude. Gratitude for the pain that shaped her, for the silence that taught her strength, for the version of herself that survived being left behind. She turned away from the road and walked forward, not because the past didn't matter, but because it no longer controlled her. Some stories don't end with reunion. They end with freedom.
Subscribe for more African stories of love, loss, and the lessons life leaves behind.